What's up, everybody? So I wanted to make this video about the lies that you've been told your whole life. I know typically my channel is about relationship narcissists and whatever, but chances are if you were in a relationship with a narcissist, you were probably exposed to a narcissist when you were young. And I want to talk about all the lies and all the shit that you've been told about who you are. And the only way I can really do this is to tell you my story. There's not much any other way to do it. So when you're commenting, I'm not looking for attention. I'm not looking for you to say I'm sorry. I'm not looking for any of that. I'm just looking for you to reflect on your own life and take into account these same things and start to realize what's going on. So when I was a kid, among the wow, that's a loaded that's a loaded sentence right there. Among the many levels of abuse, one of the probably the first and foremost and the worst was I was always told I was stupid, slow, lazy, basically that I couldn't accomplish anything and I was good for nothing. That was a daily occurrence for the most part. And then here recently, I was watching Unbroken. I rewatched it actually because I heard somebody else talking about it, so I was like, oh, I'm gonna rewatch that because I didn't remember much about it. And that movie is phenomenal. I cried watching it. Just at this guy's spirit and what he had gone through, and his perseverance to keep going. And then simultaneously with my last video, the narc attack, and then I was also going through some of my old stuff, trying to clean up a little bit. And I saw my old report cards from school where all the teachers were like, Nick is extremely smart, so we don't understand why he's doing bad in school. You think they would have realized. I think they did, but they just didn't say anything. But it really just started to get me thinking, everything I've been told about who I am in my life has been completely and utterly wrong. Like I said, I've been told I was lazy, stupid, slow, whatever. And the fact of the matter is, none of that is true. Actually, all of that is completely wrong. So where I can start with that is, in a number of places. So let's start with my jobs. 90% of the jobs I've had, the managers were dumbfounded by how quickly I took up, or picked up on the material and what to do. Several of them were like, man, you really hit the ground running. You just had this immediately. Again, so this whole story that I've been told my whole life that I'm lazy and slow and can't learn was completely wrong with that aspect. And then we go into college. And I didn't do well in college. I've never done well in school because I'm independent. I don't like listening to other people, which is true. But at the same time, actually, I really, a lot of it I partied. I'll be honest, in college, a lot of it I was just partying. But anyway, this is beyond the fact. I didn't graduate college till I was 26. I actually ended up going to 5 different colleges. 5 different colleges. Failed out of some, failed a bunch of classes at a bunch of them, switched locations a bunch of times. And what you see there, a lot of people will look down at, God, he must have been stupid. He must not know what he was doing. What I see in that college scenario is a complete and unbreakable will to graduate, to continue, and to get it done, which is what the other people don't see that. And if you're following along with these narcissistic stories, then it's easy to believe, oh, it took me fucking, jeez Christ, what did it take me, 7 years to graduate? Well, the narcissist will sit there and say, "Oh, that's because you're dumb." But they don't look at the strong suits of what you have. They don't look at the sheer undeniable will that you put into that. I mean, how many people would have given up after 1 or 2 colleges after failing out once or twice? That's the thing that I have to give myself is an absolute undeniable will to get my shit that I want to do accomplished, no matter what anybody says. Now with this correlates too with the self-employed work. I have so many clients all the time telling me, I don't know how you have the patience for this. I don't know how you can get these things done, because sometimes they try them themselves, or they watch a YouTube video that says how they can do it and blah blah blah, and they get frustrated and they're like, fuck it, I'm not going to do this. So in that, again, I have this undeniable perseverance. I don't care how fucking long it takes me. I don't care how frustrated I get. If I start it, I'm going to get it fucking done. On top of that, this whole talk of being stupid or slow or whatever, it's just completely false. It's completely untrue. I've been lied to my entire life. And like I said, I'm not trying to toot my own horn and make myself sound better, but I'm one of the most intelligent, most wise people of my age that you could possibly meet. Now I'm just not just making this up. I'm not just like I said, tooting my own horn. I'm told this time and time again by my older clients that are in their 50s or 60s or 70s. They're like, Nick, I don't understand how you're this wise at your age. Like, it's crazy. So really my main point here is that you have to start dismissing what these narcissists are telling you. All these lies that you've been raised with, all these things that you've been told you're not your whole life. The fact of the matter is you're actually probably the opposite. With the school scenario, like early middle school, elementary school, they kept telling me that I was dyslexic and I was this and I was that, and why couldn't he learn to read? Well, number one, my parents weren't helping with my homework when I was 4, 5, 6 years old. Obviously, a 6-year-old is not going to do their homework by themselves. Number two, come to find out, 11 years later, when I'm 17, I was not blind, but I couldn't see. The only way I found this out was I was playing around with my friends in the library, and I put on the glasses, and I was like, holy fuck, I can see. So my entire life, my parents didn't even care enough to take me to the eye doctor to see if I could see. Meanwhile, they're having me tested for dyslexia and retardation and all this shit, rather than the obvious thing of he can't see the fucking chalkboard or the paper in front of him. I never liked to read when I was a kid, because it literally would give me a headache. And I told them that. I got a headache because I had to focus so hard on the words to see. And they wondered, why doesn't Nick like to read? I couldn't fucking see. So what I want you to see, again, is that this whole bullshit that you've been, this propaganda, this jargon that you've been fed your whole fucking life about who you are, maybe by parents, maybe by siblings, maybe by aunts, uncles, maybe by a romantic partner, it's all fucking horseshit. You need to look at you and your accomplishments and what you've done to know who you are, and trust your own instincts of who you think you are. When I look at this now, I know for a fact that I'm highly intelligent. I know for a fact that I have an unbreakable will. I know for a fact that I'm not slow or stupid or lazy. And all of it is complete horseshit. There are days that I'm lazy, sure. But you think that somebody that's lazy can run their own business? The amount of energy it takes to just get up and do shit, when if you want to, you can sleep in. You think a lazy person is going to be able to accomplish that successfully? You know, it's just, it blows my mind. And it really, watching that movie and reading those old school reports and stuff, honestly, it pisses me the fuck off that people have been sitting here telling me that I'm such a fucking piece of shit, essentially, my entire life, and actually, none of it was true. None of it was true. Not a single aspect of that was true. And much like with the ex-narcissistic partner telling me I'm ugly and fat and this, that, and the other, and it's blatantly, obviously not fucking true. I'm no fucking Brad Pitt, like I've said before. I damn sure ain't ugly, and I damn sure ain't fat. And just, these people will fill your head with shit. What I want you to do is realize who you are. Fuck everything they've ever fucking said to you. Every diss they put at you, every fucking thing slanderous they've said about you. Fuck them. Fuck what they think. Take the time and figure out who you are, what your positive attributes are. Maybe it's not like resilience like me. Maybe it's, you're more caring. Maybe it's you're more diligent. I mean, it could be a million different things, but everybody has their own positive attributes. And I can assure you that if you've had narcissistic parents or a narcissistic partner, they wanted to break that down. They wanted you to not believe that you had those attributes. The very things that made me successful in life, that have made me successful in life, are the fucking things that they said I was no good at. Think about that shit. And if you're not pissed off, you should be fucking pissed off.